Hello, my name is Casey Lamb. Today I'm presenting my lab number 5 for my CS328 class over at the University of Nevada, Reno. In this lab, we had to create a level from 5 different tutorials and an exercise by utilizing the particle system to create sparks, rain, snow, and different forms of fire. So let's get right into it. As you can see here, we are back into our demo room to utilize all our particles and show off what we have created. Here we have our sparks flaring. The next one, we have our rain falling into our texture. Here we have our blizzard with our different, like thousands of particles dropping down in a flurry. And over here we have our last tutorial, which was utilizing a fire to create the fire of it, but also utilize a light. And then our exercise, we have to utilize our fire, but add more of a particle feel into it, like an actual real life fire. So in this one, we have our particles going in and out, or like flaring up and disappearing after a little bit. And then we have the same thing, but we have the additional smoke popping in and out. So from here, you can see that we created different particles into it, our mats and our particle systems. So starting off with our sparks, it just utilizes the tiny little pixels of particles develop into the system to give a little like sparky flare. In this case, we can add utilize our lifetime span into our spawning, size, velocity, and color. And to give a more of that colorful feel that you saw in the room, we add a color over life. So basically, it initializes the color to flare in and out in the differences of it to flare. Next we have our rain, which was just a simple like texture of a fade out into a little orb. And from the particle system, you can bring out into life where the size becomes an oval. The lifetime span is just over time with no color whatsoever, but it adds an initial location to spread out the place with the initial size of speed and acceleration to fall down within each particle going down. The next we have our blizzard, which utilizes a lot of multiple like different things to like go into it. And if this wasn't at 0.5, this wouldn't have been visible to the eye. And from here we can utilize that we can make it a diamond shape, which it does. As you can see here, you can see the little tiny diamonds that would form into snowflakes. And with this, we had to design more of a like multiple of particles to like fall down into our size and with the constant acceleration to fall altogether. In our last tutorial, we had to utilize the fire, which actually had texture samples into it, and then we added sub UVs to like distinguish the flames into our textures in our particles. As you can see here, this utilizes the sub image index to utilize fires of the different sub UVs. And from here we can just add a light texture to add a brightness feel into it. And going on into the exercises, we had to expand upon this particle system. In my case, I added our rain particles that we created from earlier to distinguish our little sparks going in and out, or going out and disappearing out of thin air. And from here, we had to create more of a smoke. We had to create smoke to create the more of the real fire feel. And from here, we had to utilize that it was like going to be the same way as creating the fire in the feel of a texture sample. And to here, we initialized it along with blending it into the fire. So that is the lab and the exercise associated with the lab. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.